So, what was he really chasing when he jumped? Glory, or the ghost of a version of himself that stopped existing 5 years ago? How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Guts.Clout.Carnage. My name is Siphon. It's that time. Get your coffee, get your water, get your OJ, stay hydrated, sit back, and let's get into the show. Good evening, wanderers of the fight game. Gather close. Tonight I bring you a tale from the crypt of the Octagon. A tragedy in one act, a comedy in 69 seconds, and a warning about what happens when a promotion builds an entire cathedral around a man made of glass and bad decisions. They called it the return nobody asked for. I call it the kick that killed the comeback. A tragedy in one act, 69 seconds, and one very betrayed knee. Yeah, I'm doing a bit tonight because McGregor earned it, especially after last night. So, let's get into it. Once upon a 5-year layoff, there lived a man who believed a single jumping kick could erase half a decade of nothing. He did not train the leg kick defense that ended him twice before. He did not train the cardio that a 5-round fight demands. He trained the entrance. And so, when the bell rang, our hero sprinted, actually sprinted, like the Octagon owed him money. Launched himself into the air for a scissor kick nobody in the building asked to see, and his own knee betrayed him. Before he'd thrown a single punch, he stumbled, he slipped again, and Max Holloway, a man who had done nothing yet but stand there, was declared the winner 69 seconds later. Not by knockout, not by submission, but by physics. This was supposed to be the biggest comeback in combat history. It lasted less time than it takes to microwave a burrito. And here's the punchline nobody's saying out loud. This is the second time this exact knee has betrayed him against this exact opponent. 13 years apart. If a horror movie villain got taken out by the same trapdoor twice, you'd boo the writers for being lazy. McGregor did it to himself. No writers required. So, is this a curse, a pattern, or just a man who never learned that a kick is only impressive if it lands? Very funny. A grown man undone by his own hubris and a bad hinge joint. This is comedy gold. But every good tale from the crypt has a turn. And before it comes, wanderers, sit with this question a moment. Why did he throw that kick at all? No one needed it. I surely didn't. He surely didn't. So, what was he really chasing when he jumped? Glory, or the ghost of a version of himself that stopped existing 5 years ago? Quick pause. If you're new here, this is what GCC does. We don't just clown the highlight reel. We look at why the promotion built a whole spectacle around this particular guy in the first place. If that's your speed, hit subscribe, tap the bell, and drop your take in the comments. Was Saturday a tragedy, a comedy, or just Tuesday for this promotion? I want to know what you have to say. Let me know in the comments. Now, let's get back into it. Because, you see, wanderers, the joke was never really about the knee. The knee is just what happens when a promotion spends a decade letting a man believe consequences are optional. The UFC built a full CBS primetime hour around this fight. A walkout, weigh-ins, Dana White, the works. However, in late 2024, a civil court found McGregor liable for the sexual assault of a real woman, Nikita Hand, in a Dublin hotel room. That's not internet noise. That went to trial. He lost. He also served an 18-month doping suspension for missing 3 separate whereabout checks in a single window, and the New York Times report alleged he used banned substances with help from a surgeon while dodging USADA. A report the UFC answered not by denying the facts, but by attacking USADA's leadership instead. Meanwhile, Demetrious Johnson, 11 consecutive title defenses, the actual UFC record, 0 scandals, 0 civil findings, got told by Dana White to his own face that he wasn't the promotion's best fighter, and spent years buried on free TV with no marketing behind him. He had to go build his own audience on Twitch because the company that employed him wouldn't lift a finger. And when the UFC does let a controversial persona run wild, look at Josh Hokett, a heavyweight who told the world Michelle Obama and Brittney Griner are men, on live broadcasts, one of them being on the White House lawn. Dana's public response both times, "I don't love it. No suspension, no fine." Hokett just signed a fresh 8-fight deal and is projecting 7 figures for the year. So, when a man with a grape verdict gets the primetime special and Flawless Champions gets told he's not a draw, and a guy calling real women men on federal property gets a bigger contract, what exactly is Dana White's eye for talent actually measuring? Because it clearly isn't skill, and it clearly isn't character. And so our tragicomedy ends where all good crypt tales end, not with a monster in the shadows, but with the realization that the monster was the marketing department the whole time. Okay, bit's over. Let's talk for real now. Let's talk about it for real now. The thing about horror anthology endings, the moral usually isn't subtle, and it's not supposed to be. The knee is funny. I'm not taking that back. 69 seconds, self-inflicted, same joint, same opponent, 13 years apart. That's a bit that writes itself. But the reason I can make that joke and still feel fine about it is because the joke isn't punching down at a woman named Nikita Han, whose name deserves to stay attached to what a court actually found. It's punching up at a promotion that spent a full broadcast hour building comeback mythology around a man with legal findings against him, while a flawless champion got told he wasn't worth marketing. The knee is slapstick. The ledger underneath it isn't. Don't let the slapstick make you forget the ledger's still open. This is Guts.Clout.Carnage. My name is Siphon. Take care of yourselves. Peace.